All right, boys. So no matter what I do, I can't get a PS5 pre-order in.
Yeah.
So our only hope is to become also a gaming channel. I'm really sorry about that. I know you guys like the movie thing, but this is the only way I'm going to realistically get a PS5.
Okay. There are too many games coming up.
Yeah. So since Sony won't just send us any consoles like gaming channels get, we have to start grassroots just from, no console. So our first game review is going to be Tic-Tac-Toe. So this is a multiplayer game, but it's actually pretty linear. So
is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking bots.
Every fucking week, new movies get released. How does anyone ever see these? There are too many movies.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies. It's Spooktober, motherfuckers.
Spooky, scary.
Just all the drugs.
Yeah, you got a little too spooky at the end.
It's Spooktober, so all this month we're going to be watching horror movies, scary movies, and then maybe one Aaron Sorkin movie.
Yes. Naturally.
Overall, very spooky, spooky. Let's get it, guys.
It's that time of the fucking year. Hey,
Hey, we didn't start out right. I mean,
no.
nah.
I mean, just...
I'm going to edit it out. Fuck you. No one will know what that was.
Yeah.
So...
I'm in the movie, but...
Oh, wait, what? We didn't start right?
I mean, it's not spooky. Go ahead.
No, I
In the
agree
Tall
with you
Grass?
there.
Yeah.
Oh, this week we watched In the Tall Grass,
Yeah.
but before we talk about that, we're going to talk about what we've been watching. And before we talk about that, we're going to talk about fucking the fact that Halloween is apparently a personality trait.
You're right.
Yeah, true. I mean, it's kind of nice now to like make pumpkins, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
This is the age where it's like, oh, it's cool to make pumpkins again, but it's
I
not.
don't know. Pumpkins make me nauseous.
It's all for me. It's just hoodie season, bro.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
it. You step outside and it's 65, and you're just like, fuck yeah.
All October means to me is yappa papa. That's about it.
And with the yappa. But then there's other girls that are like, I'm gonna get a pumpkin spice latte and shove a whole pumpkin in my butt.
Yep.
And it's like,
Yeah.
it's okay.
I mean,
They're like, leaves.
sounds good. Like that sounds pretty interesting. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, right.
But overall, I mean, I'm not like I like pumpkin pie
Sure.
as much as the next guy.
It's fine.
I prefer a sweet potato pie.
Can't you
Definitely.
can't you grow pumpkins year round?
I don't know. That I don't know.
Pumpkins are kind of just the most garbage thing in the world.
They look like fungi.
Yeah.
Just like that's like
They're like the fungus of melons.
yeah, exactly. Anyways, it's Spooktober, so we're gonna watch some scary stuff. And this week we watched In the Tall Grass. Before we talk about that, we're gonna talk about what we've been watching.
I'll go first.
Okay.
I restarted The Sinner with season 1.
Oh, did you?
Nice.
So I did that.
Yeah. So is Jessica Biel in that by chance?
She is in that
Oh,
actually.
neat.
Whoa.
Yeah,
That's
man.
cool, dude.
It's a pretty neat show.
So how do you feel watching it correctly this time?
It's
I don't know what the fuck
different.
you're talking about, dude. It's a pretty good show though. I'm really into it. I think seriously, dude, absolutely seriously. You don't need to watch the first season to watch season 2.
Probably not.
They're absolutely separate stories.
Yeah.
Like Bill Pullman is the only through line.
There might be like flashbacks that you would give you context if you watch season 1, but it's
Right.
not mandatory.
Right. But I did go ahead and stop what I was doing.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
And then start from the beginning. And it's so far so good.
Yeah.
I am definitely feeling season 2 more than I am season 1.
Oh, I'm the opposite.
Really?
I didn't finish season 2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe you were tainted by season 1.
I don't know. Season 1 I thought was really good, and then season 2 the story just didn't pull me in. So
Yeah.
I will get back to you on that. But it's also spooky season, so I was trying to get into more spooky things.
Of course.
I checked out this documentary on Shudder called In the Darkness, and it's a documentary about like the tentpole horror films from the 1980s.
cool, nice.
So it goes like year by year and analyzes like some of the best horror films from that decade,
Mhm.
the entire fucking decade. I didn't realize when I started the movie that it was going to go year by year. I also didn't notice that the runtime was 4 hours long.
Oh my god!
Holy
I thought
shit.
you were gonna say. I also didn't notice I was on season 2.
No, it's a 4-hour long documentary, dude.
Wow.
And
that should be a docuseries.
yeah, they probably should have, but Shudder, it's like, fuck it, it's one thing.
Yeah.
4 hours?
Yeah.
Did they have an editor?
Yeah.
So like an intermission?
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
No.
Jesus.
There's no story that
It
needs
just
4
keeps-
hours to be told.
It just keeps going, keeps on going.
Who
keeps on
storyboards
trucking.
that? Who's
Yeah.
like, this would be 4 hours. That's
No.
fine.
Yeah, I mean, only one documentary and one editor, I think. There's just one guy.
Mm.
Interviewed all these people and somehow fucking...
Mm.
He probably just knows horror that fucking
Yeah,
well.
just loves it.
To like, all right, I want to talk about these films in particular. And I have like a whole list of films that I'm going to check out like after watching that.
That's cool.
So I'm going to get back to you guys on that. Like there are so many that I still haven't seen. Like there are tons of werewolf movies that came out in the 80s that like I never saw.
Really? I saw
Yeah.
like 2 of them, maybe.
Werewolf Bar Mitzvah, dude.
Of course.
No, The Howling.
Never saw that.
American Werewolf in London.
Of course.
Which is a fucking classic.
Yeah.
But it's been probably 15 years since I've seen it.
Yeah.
Some shit like that.
I watched the Jason Bateman one just because I heard he was in it.
Yeah.
And it's hilariously like,
That's Teen Wolf 2, isn't it?
I think so.
Right. Okay.
It's so funny.
So many The Blob, the remake of The Blob.
Blob is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looks great. You know what I mean? Like I love people talking about horror films. Like I love horror film documentaries. Love that shit. So that's all I watched.
Shout out to Shudder. I bet their fucking subscriptions are up.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Oh
crazy.
yeah, for sure.
They're like, come on in.
Yeah. Right at the start of pandemic, they're like, oh no, we have this brand new channel on Prime.
Yeah.
That's it for me, dog.
Nice.
Nice.
Alex?
So British Bake Off is back.
Fuck yes, I forgot about that.
Just
Yeah.
the opposite of Spooktober, but it's so nice.
Who's the host? Is it Paul? Paul there?
Yeah, Paul Hollywood and Prue are still the judges, and then Noel Gallagher and the bald guy from Bridesmaids. I don't know his name.
I don't know his name either.
Yeah, he's funny though.
It's not that woman. It's not the older woman anymore. It's
Mary Berry.
No, she was
What?
the previous judge
Mhm.
Yeah.
that Prue
The two
replaced.
judges are the same. The hosts are different. It's the guy with
Okay.
the long hair, the black long hair,
Okay.
and then some new dude,
new bald
with
guy.
alopecia.
He's like quintessentially British. Like
Sure.
he'll say things that I know are funny to British people, and I'm just like,
Just
it's-
culturally, just over your
yeah,
head.
I'm like,
Yeah.
it's so British.
But I like their chemistry though.
yeah,
They're
they're
good.
they're funny.
Nice.
I watched I'll Be Gone in the Dark finally, as per your recommendations.
Fuck yeah.
Pretty good.
Easily top 3 murder porns.
Yeah.
Just V good.
And just how obsessed she was with trying to find the killer, and like she essentially helped them find
she
the fucking killer.
solved the whole thing basically.
Yeah,
It's
basically.
crazy.
Fucking good
Spoiler
for her.
for
Shouts.
Well, I mean-
Michelle McNamara.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
I remember when it was national.
Ugh. You're mad about that.
I love how we're like, why don't we have more listeners? And then
You're
we're
like, suck our dicks.
suck our fucking dicks. Watch movies. Watch the same things we watch, or fuck you,
Yeah.
dumb fucks.
So it's good.
Yeah.
Not Murder Town, Monster Town on Hulu anthology.
It's Monster
good.
Land.
Monster Land.
Oh man.
Go wrong 3
Fucking
times.
nice. So Monsterland, it's an anthology series. I watched the first and second episode. First episode is okay. Second episode is nah.
Wait, so is each episode a different story?
Yes,
Okay.
it's like Night Gallery in the sense that it's like a horror story with a lesson at the end of it or something.
It kind of reminds me of like Creep Show.
Or Twilight Zone or something.
Have you tried to
Exactly.
watch the new version of Creep Show?
No,
Mm-mm.
bad.
Mm-mm. I mean, I tried to watch. I tried maybe 5-10 minutes, and I just couldn't.
Mm.
Didn't do it for me because the movies are just so ingrained in my mind
Mm-hmm.
that like I love both Creep Show
Yeah.
1 and Creep Show 2.
That thing.
Weren't they gonna reboot Goosebumps?
I think they
They
did
did.
twice.
Oh, like no, on Netflix.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
I thought they were.
No, it's
Oh.
Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Or no,
that's
no,
what
no,
it
no,
was.
no. That's not it. I'm sorry. It's
It's the one that was on Nick, right?
it's the one with the lighter.
yeah, with the bag of sand that they.
yeah. Fuck. What's that one
Scary.
called?
I'll Be Gone in the Dark.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
But the Golden State Killer kills a bunch of children on Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon. It comes right after Legend of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah.
That's where all the kids go.
Exactly,
When,
yeah.
when they get fucking those little those people come out of the stone walls and grab the kids. I legit thought those kids were just dead.
Right.
I think I know where my anxiety comes from, honestly. Like I grew up watching that show, and I thought all of those kids were just like, oh, there goes your brother. Well, anyways, next time on Legend of the Hidden Temple, I was like, what the fuck? Because they didn't come back out.
Right.
I would love if they showed the audience and like two parents are just crying with like a photo of their son.
Like, why did he go that way?
And the temple guy is just
They're like, hey, what happened to your brother? He got fucking captured in the hidden temple.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, he's fucking dead now.
And the host is just wearing like casual clothes, like he's not even like dressed.
Dressed like Steve Irwin, basically.
Yeah, he's just wearing like a button up, and he's just like, well, that was fucking weird.
So that
anyways.
kid's dead.
Yeah. Shout out to Nickelodeon.
Just one of our ritual sacrifices this week.
Yeah. That's about it for me.
Cool. I watched Ghost in the Shell.
Ooh.
Kira got me on that anime shit, bro.
Yeah, I love Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'll get to that. So
you watch both?
I watched both. So
nice.
I watched the anime, which was fucking awesome. I love the story. It's super dark, and the animation and the just the general ambience of that universe was so sick. And it was like we talked about, where it was like so empty, but like with like that, they do such good world building in Ghost in the Shell, where there's just like shots there's like 90-second sequences of just city, like no people.
Yeah.
It's so cool. And then anyways, Ghost in the Shell, the anime was amazing. Loved it. Ghost in the Shell live action, I followed right up with it right after.
Ooh, I still haven't seen it.
I will say I don't hate it.
All right.
They did some really cool, like the cinematography was really good.
Cinematography is really cool, but it is hated on. When you look it up afterwards, everybody's like, this is the worst adaptation, blah, blah. Because, yeah, they changed a lot. They changed the ending. They changed the whole moral of the story.
Okay.
They changed her whole story arc. They added a couple characters, and the villain arc was completely made up. Like, there was a villain in the anime, and he's in this, but he's
just a different guy.
just so different. It's not even comparable. So if the anime didn't exist and I saw the the Ghost in the Shell live action, I would be like, this is okay movie. It's like fun. It's honestly worth watching for the CG alone. The CG is fucking cool.
Right.
It's eye candy.
Yeah.
It's not as like, it's you can't compare it to the anime as far as like eye candy enjoyment, because like the anime is anime, and this was like just completely different visual language, and still like just in its own right kind of cool. But it's not like a great movie by any means.
I had no interest in the movie only because I was like, I've already seen this in Aeon Flux.
Yeah.
Fucking Charlize Theron.
Right.
Or Ultraviolet with fucking Mila Jovovich.
I remember that was like the big, like, you gotta get an HD TV for this movie.
Honestly, that's what fucking Gemini Man is now. It's like, that's the movie you test on fucking Best Buy Magnolia TVs.
Yep, that's the movie that's playing in the Magnolia Theater.
Exactly.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I watched Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah.
So I was on like a Scarlett Johansson binge. Jojo Rabbit was amazing.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Great movie.
I remember last week we were just talking about, you were like, Jojo Rabbit, whatever.
No.
Dude.
I was saying that because I like that director doing the remake of Akira. Why?
Thor Ragnarok, he did that.
I love Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a good action movie, but it's like like most of his things are kind of slapstick, kind of funny, and like Thor is like Marvel always has the
what you
comedic.
mean.
So then you put him in charge of Akira.
But dude, like when he gets serious in Jojo Rabbit, he gets fucking serious. Man.
Yeah, it's good. It's a good movie. I mean, the 90% of it is hilarious, and then there's like a 10% of it where it's like heartstring.
Right.
Denny V wasn't available, Chris.
Danny V can't direct everything. Chris.
Yeah.
Right.
He needs to do
The alternate universe where you hold him hostage and make him direct everything.
like, here are all my favorite stories. Make them. Also, remake 2001. He's like, Jesus Christ.
God damn it. Dune and then 2001.
Also, Akira.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Just one movie every year.
Yeah, one a year.
Passion of the Christ 2.
And then I've been watching The Boys. It's a fucking great show.
Oh yeah.
They're doing it weekly. I'm all caught up. The latest episode was like fucking. I wanted to talk about it so bad, but it is mind blowing.
I assume
Now I know
someone gets their
somebody's-
head exploded.
Yeah. God damn it, Chris.
God damn it.
What?
That wasn't.
What do you mean? What do you mean, dude? I don't know what you're talking about.
God damn it, dude.
All right, I'll start watching
You have
it
no
now.
idea when or if that even happens, so fuck you. Hey, fuck you.
And
So
fuck
we-
you too, listeners.
Fuck you, that's what we do to our listeners. Like, spoil it, go fuck yourself.
Just kidding. Please download and listen. We have no other hope.
You also sponsor this podcast.
Please, just give us some money.
What else do we need to do?
Damn it, Sony. We need a PS5.
We're so fucking funny, and we're not sponsored. We are funnier than most podcasts. Joe Rogan, professional comedians,
Right.
funnier.
Absolutely. Dude, anything Bert Kreischer does, we're probably funnier than that.
I like Bert Kreischer. I'm just
I
tired
like
of
him.
him.
I like him.
I've just seen too much of him
We're
lately.
burning bridges before we
I know,
even
yeah.
get anywhere. Before we even take off, we're burning all the bridges.
We're like pissing in our concrete mix.
like Jamie from Joe Rogan is like deleting the email right now.
Yeah.
Like he's like, well, we moved to Austin for a reason. I mean,
Yeah.
like, we were coming to be closer to you guys.
Oh, fuck. Well, I'm just saying.
We deserve a sponsorship. That's all I'm saying. All right.
We've tried to get ad reads, not happening.
I'm just, whatever, fuck it. Just,
We need clout.
yeah.
Yeah.
We get a
let's-
Nike,
Let's take the mayhem route and then
No.
Reebok.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
let's take the mayhem
We're
route.
all wearing Adidas and you go Nike?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
God damn it. Dude. We need to take the mayhem route and kill one of us
Oh,
and
yeah.
then post pictures of it
Like
for
viral?
the podcast artwork.
If you can stab me in the back 27 times, post a photo, just put it on the internet. Don't even say anything. People will be like, this is weird.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
and the artwork just says we're a podcast. And like, just a dead guy.
They're like, oh, I'm going to check out that murder podcast. And then they tune in.
It's just movies.
Just movies.
It's how to murder someone.
It's gaming for 10 seconds and then movies.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's get to this movie that we watched, huh?
All right.
In the Tall Grass.
Not that spooky.
Not very spooky.
Not really. More of a thriller.
Yeah. It's another Stephen King movie. You know?
Yeah. Well, I will say this was like a sleeper cinematography gem, though, wasn't it?
The first shot was nice.
I thought there was a lot of cool shots in there.
There were a lot of really cool shots. Yeah, I mean, it didn't like blow me away.
Sure.
You know?
Yeah.
But there was like,
but how could you get like that creative with like you're in one set the whole time? You know what I mean?
A
mostly
field
yeah.
of grass.
Yeah, except for
Yeah.
like the church, they leave for like 2 seconds and then they go back
Like
in.
a bowling alley.
And those
or
are
something.
cool. I like how they did the church.
Yeah.
Overall, it was neat. It was a neat little film.
Yeah.
I don't know that I wouldn't watch it again, and I definitely felt like it was too long.
Yeah.
But it was a nice little
I
story.
mean, it was an hour and a half.
Yeah, it still felt
Too long.
Still too
This
long.
be an hour movie.
Yeah, like one of they used to do that, like hour movies.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
a short story.
It was
Like a
adapted
novella?
from exactly. It was adapted from a short story. So
Keep it short then.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm just so tired of Stephen King because it's like I didn't really care about this, and
you
the bad
notice-
guy's grass. Like, can you think it's something else? Like,
dude,
Dude.
it's kind of like in The Shining when it was the bad.
exactly.
Yeah.
He just brought that back.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know how like the grass at one point was like chanting?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what the chant is?
We are the grass.
We are the grass.
No.
Yeah, I read that too.
You couldn't have.
It's-
We are the grass.
It's actually you can hear it when there's a part you can tune into and you can hear that part.
Yeah, I'll tune back into In the Tall Grass.
Okay, well I think it wasn't bad. It was like watchable. I'd say it's like right at the end, but like it's not like I would rush to recommend the movie. But I really liked the hallucination scenes too. Like those were like where it was like super macro photography of like her fingers in the mud, and then like the whole sky just goes red,
was
and,
cool,
then,
yeah.
and then like grass is like wrapping
But
around
when the
her and
baby's
shit.
being engulfed in grass.
Yeah, that was. You know why that sucks? Because it was all CG.
Yeah.
It just looked so.
Yeah.
It's like I don't care about this CG baby.
What was cool was whenever the black rock like unearths the ground and like there are root people.
Yeah.
Loved that.
They're like been taken by the grass, I guess.
Yeah. Well, the most interesting part of this movie is the grass people that have the grass heads.
Yeah.
And then like she punches one or rips at one's face, and then it's just a black circle. There's like a void of a face,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
with grass just going in. I was like, those those characters needed to be more prominent because they were the most interesting thing about this movie.
Oh, for sure.
For sure, the scariest part.
Next to Patrick Wilson.
Yeah.
More Patrick Wilson all the time. Down for it.
I don't get it. Why?
Really?
What do you mean? You don't like Patrick Wilson?
He's an everyman.
Yeah,
You
I
know
mean, he
what's-
plays a good villain.
Yeah, he was a good villain. He was pretty good.
Hard
But I mean,
candy.
like, there are often movies that need an everyman. He's just a dad.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He's a dad, but like his background is that like he's really religious. He grew up really religious. He's in a fucking Christian rock band. Like,
Yeah.
like I love the layers that they gave him, and it makes sense that he's more susceptible to the power of like the black rock.
that's a good point.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's his character. What's Patrick Wilson got to do with it?
He just
He's
looks
a-
like a dad.
He's a great fucking actor. He can't help the way he looks. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
I know he's good, but he's just to me he's always just casted as that everyman dad. I can't.
Every time I see him in a movie, like the first time I see him in the movie, I'm always like, "Oh, is that Chris Pratt? Is that someone else?" Like, and then I'm like, "Oh, it's fucking Patrick Wilson."
Yeah, he's great value dad.
Dude,
Yeah.
I love him in the Conjuring
Yeah, he's-
series.
Yeah.
The Watchmen, dude. His performance in Watchmen is absolutely fucking underrated. He's
Owl Man or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
I don't know. His facial expressions just don't. He doesn't. He goes to like a 6 or a 7, and in all of his roles, he never like. It doesn't. I never get like the whoa. That was a
Yeah.
good performance out of him.
I mean, it I guess just depends on like the film, but like Aquaman, he fucking goes for it. He's like super campy and huge in that movie, and I thought he did.
I
a
didn't
good
see
job.
that.
Bulk the fuck up. I like him. I like him a lot.
He's fine.
He's top tier for me.
You know what's funny though
Him and
is
Kyle Chandler,
Kyle Chandler.
Bloodline.
Oh yeah.
yes, dude, exactly.
Yeah,
Him, Kyle Chandler, James Marsden, which ironically
James Marsden.
Marsden.
Marsden. He was casted for this
Really?
and skipped it to do Sonic the Hedgehog.
You mean Snock the Hog?
Yes.
Yes.
Ironically, the better choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would be embarrassed if I was James Marsden and did Snock the Hog.
Yeah, but that bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bag. The bag.
Probably the
I've
bag.
done much worse things for much less money.
True.
So I don't know. But yeah, Kyle Chandler is the same way for me, where it's
She
like
just fart. Like that's a line in that fucking movie.
what?
Oh, when they're laying in the
Sonic?
hotel.
Snock the Hog. Yeah.
Jesus
Did you
Christ.
just fart? And then his little hedgehog asshole is gaping. So,
Sorry.
so in the tall grass.
Okay.
Okay. The story is pretty simple. Like I like how fucking, like easy it is to follow. Not much to it. A woman who is pregnant and her brother are traveling to San Diego, stop by this church and then hear a little boy in this field of grass, really tall grass, in the tall grass. And then they go after him and they get lost in there, and it's a fucking supernatural
Yeah.
field.
I did like how they played with space and time.
Yes.
That was cool. Like
That
when
was
they
really
jumped
cool.
up.
Yes.
That was cool.
Like
That was
where-
really cool.
That was really cool the way like they were moving people, but you couldn't feel them move, and like there was
Yeah.
no like, whoa, I just moved. It was just like you're just fucking in the mix.
Right. Like once you walked in there, you're just like at the mercy of wherever it puts you.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought that was really cool.
For sure. And then they find the little boy Tobin, who is like they find different versions of him. One that's been there for a long time, one that's an evil version. One, like I thought that was really cool.
That was cool.
I love how they played with that. That was really interesting. And
He couldn't die fast enough for me.
Yeah.
Like he didn't die. Spoiler. Fuck you. But but also he just was. Maybe it's just child actors.
It's child actor syndrome, dude. You're
Really?
just you hear him go, "Mommy," and you're just like,
Are you
like
g-
shut the fuck.
Yeah. I don't want kids. Is that obvious?
Right.
Like I basically he's just like, "Can help me? Are you guys coming? Where are you? I hear you, but I don't see you." I was like, I want to blow this kid's head off.
Yeah. That's just like, look, here's the thing. You got lost in a field.
Just me.
I didn't think that at all.
Okay.
That's all right.
It's natural selection. It's just you're in the
I've
field.
got some issues.
I mean, shit. I wouldn't help him.
I mean, I'm just
Right.
joking. It's a comedy
Ha
podcast.
ha ha! Would never hurt a child. Fuck them.
As far as child actors go, though, I hated him.
Yeah, I don't.
It was just like, shut up.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm right there with you.
I hated the brother. I didn't like him at all.
I hated him too.
But
I didn't like anybody, honestly.
he was a good actor.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
Wasn't he in Pitch Perfect?
I don't
Travis was okay. But he was like the brother that I felt the same way though. I was like, can't wait for him to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just annoying.
There wasn't a lot of deaths and not fast enough, you know?
No. There were some good ones though.
The one good one, the head crush.
Hell yeah.
That was sick.
See, that's the shit. That's the fucking Patrick Wilson shit.
Yeah.
Like the way he's
why are you giving
explaining it to her.
Why are you giving Patrick the credit there? For the head crush? What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because he acted the head crush.
Yeah, the way he like presented it and he's like staring his little boy in the eyes. It's like, it's just flesh.
Killing his mother right in front of
fucking
him.
brutal.
That was fucking awesome. That was a cool performance.
I love that. Like, just gore. Just go over the top. I love, like, just over the top fucking gore.
Yeah.
So, more of that shit.
For sure. Less of everything else. Okay, so Travis, you didn't like him?
He was fine. He reminded me of the guy from New Mutant.
Yeah, the Stranger Things guy.
Yeah, I feel like he was, like, supposed to be that person.
Totally.
He could have been.
And was busy, maybe, with maybe New Mutants. I don't know.
Yeah.
Wilson, did you like him?
I don't really like anybody in this movie except for Patrick Wilson, and that's only because he's the one that had the most
clout,
I guess.
Well, he had the most to play with as far as dialogue and like character development and all that stuff goes. Travis had a lot to play with as far as like his story arc, but I don't think it was justified in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, his whole thing. Okay, so one of the themes of this movie is like the redemption of yourself and whatnot. So when he goes to find her, that's like the start of his redemption arc. And he eventually, like, spoilers for like the whole rest of it, but like when he touches the rock and he leads him out, like that's him essentially like redeeming himself for what he supposedly had said to his ex-girlfriend, like about like wanting to abort.
Her.
He wanted to abort the baby and he left her and all this shit.
Yeah, so that was his redemption.
Exactly.
And then Patrick Wilson was like screaming about redemption all the time.
Right, but I think The Rock was like it like how through religion you either can be redeemed or go totally fucking crazy off the walls, and that's what happened to Patrick Wilson's character instead of the redemption.
Yeah.
So it just shows both sides of it.
Well, even the church is called the Black Rock Redeemer.
Exactly.
Like that's essentially the entire story arc for Travis. But I was saying that like I don't think his character went through enough to like get to a point where like we're all like
when he decided to help them.
Yeah.
Right. It was just
It was a cool twist that after he touched the rock, it was just like this, like you thought he was going to become a murderer, and he was just like, it was just like, follow me.
Yeah.
And then he like knew where to go. That was cool. Also, when I just said that, it sounded kind of like touch the rock. Like, what if it was just like the Rock and his abs? Like Dwayne the Rock Johnson is just like touch the rock, everything will make sense. He's just charismatic as fuck.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, we don't smell what the Rock is cooking. Sorry. We're not
Whenever Tobin, the little boy, said it first, like he was like, where are they? Like, where's Becky? Where's whoever? And he's like, The Rock knows. I was like, yeah, he does.
his theme song just starts playing.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah, The Rock.
my favorite guy.
My favorite guy.
My favorite dude. So let's see.
Okay. Becky. Did you guys like her?
She's fine. A lot of screaming, which is kind of annoying.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a horror movie, but
like I said, I didn't really get attached to any characters except for Patrick Wilson. That's because he had the most screen time.
I felt really bad for her the whole fucking time. Like she's like pregnant while she's running around through this field. And,
right.
Not ideal.
Yeah, her brother is kind of an asshole for that.
Yeah, for sure. And then like when she's like having the baby, like I thought that was absolutely like I was tense the fuck up when she's having the baby surrounded by these grass people.
Oh, and she's like gripping the mud.
Yeah,
and stuff.
she did great, dude. I thought she was fucking fantastic. Right next to Patrick Wilson.
Yeah, imagine having to do a giving birth scene.
Dude, fuck that.
Like imagine the screaming, like pretending to do that. Like,
you're not in enough pain. You gotta like.
Yeah, like I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah,
do that. No. I would be sitting there, be like, this is stupid.
Yeah, you're on a quiet sound stage surrounded by people, and you're like,
screaming at the. Yeah, screaming at the top of your lungs and shit. Like
she did a fucking great job.
She's pretty good. For it was. Yeah. I liked that that arc of like the hallucination and then leading her to the birth scene, and then like there was like hieroglyphs, like obviously foreshadowing they're gonna kill that baby and
Right.
shit. So.
Yeah.
I loved the hallucination where Patrick Wilson like fed the baby to her, I think.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Like when he says
Does it taste
it's
like you.
yeah, it's fine, cows do this. And when he said that, I was like, oh shit.
Oh shit.
I was like, is he giving her like mad cow disease or some shit?
Okay. Question though. This is just an opinion. Other than most Stephen King movies, I liked that this one didn't explain the grass people
Yeah.
or the Black Rock or anything about it.
Yeah. There wasn't like this weird epilogue after everything that
No.
kind of like puts this weird bow on shit.
Or like an old waiter runs up and he's like, listen, the Black Rock represents redemption and the church is linked to the Black Rock.
yeah,
like-
exactly.
I love that none of that was in this.
Yeah, yeah.
Like just
I'm glad.
don't fucking explain it.
Maybe
to me.
that's like because it was a short story, he just didn't get to that part in
I
writing
bet.
it yet.
Just do short stories.
Well, I mean, part of this. Okay,
Just do premises.
Yeah.
Because he's always good at premises, and then
Yes.
he just fucking over explains and blows them up.
The grass.
we are the grass. They say.
There's like a whole 30 minutes of just like grass people
But
afterwards.
the short story was actually written by Stephen King and his son.
Yeah, which is interesting.
Hmm.
So like maybe his son had more to do with like the
Maybe his son's just a good writer.
the explanation of it all, and like Stephen King kind of like set it up.
Oh, you mean like his, okay,
was like an
that would be
alley-oop
cool,
situation,
right?
you
Like a Terry Pratchett, fucking the other guy type thing.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, all right, Joe's like, all right, so I think it's done. He's like, well, aren't we going to go back to the grass people for 30 minutes and explain all of their motives?
No,
And he's
Dad.
Like, no, Dad, we're not.
Yeah.
He's like, but it's not done then. I'm like, well, we'll just release it as a short story then. He's like, oh,
They have to know that the grass people are Spanish war veterans.
yeah.
Like,
We have to explain their motives and their origin.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to tie that back into The Shining. And it's going to be full circle. It'll be brilliant. Just watch.
Good segue.
Also, the grass people are going to be athleisure. They're going to wear
yeah,
They're gonna be like
Lululemons.
Lululemons.
I have a question. What does Stanley Kubrick's In the Tall Grass look like? So
Completely lit by moonlight.
no, I'm saying, so if this movie happened to be adapted similar to The Shining, it's a Stephen King story adapted by Stanley Kubrick. What does In the Tall Grass look like?
I think it might not be interesting enough for him to do.
He would
I
read
agree.
this. He would read this and put it in the.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point.
Oh,
I'm just
yeah.
kind of wondering like what that would look like, you know?
Wide angle lenses,
Yeah.
symmetrical,
Right.
Well,
colorful.
thanks, Chris, for your fucking
What do you
detailed
want?
explanation.
What do you want me to do?
You take
I don't know.
take the
The
monolith.
resident Stanley Kubrick expert on this show.
What would it look like?
Trying
I don't
to
know.
tee up.
Well, let me pitch you a Stanley Kubrick movie off the top of my head. What do you mean? I don't know.
It would
It'll be
star
one-
Napoleon.
yeah, the movie he desperately couldn't
Yeah.
make. I don't know, dude. It would be beautiful.
Yeah, it'd be beautiful.
I imagine The Rock would be treated like the monolith in 2001.
Yeah, it would be more obscure and more. It would. There would be subliminal flash frames. And
Right.
cut
Yeah.
music and just you'd see weird like zooms of eyes and there'd be a crash zoom like
Of just a face, a grass
I
face.
feel like he wouldn't even do a rock. He would do something else. Completely.
yeah he would rewrite it completely.
Yeah.
You know what's interesting is I'm reading 2001 the book.
Nice.
Very different.
Yeah.
He rewrites. He changes so much shit. He's like nah. He's
Well,
just like
adaptation.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean he did write the screenplay with Arthur C. Clarke for 2001. Not the same situation for
For
The
sure.
Shining.
That's what I hate about people that are like, it's not like the book. It's like, yeah, dude, because you don't have 22 hours
Yeah, exactly.
to watch this fucking movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Ugh.
Have you ever read a book and gotten to a part that like is just so like they get into such detailed minutia sometimes in books that in a movie it would be just like this is pointless.
Yes,
Like-
exactly.
That's why they take like 10 chapters out of every Harry Potter book when they make a movie.
Yeah, it's like, have you ever read a book in 2 hours? That like
Curious George.
that you know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
you have to like ingest all those details like on a page. Like
You don't get to enjoy it the way it's meant to be enjoyed. Like
Yeah.
let it wash over you. and
also
shit.
we've said this a million times before, but also when you're reading a book, you're directing that own movie in your head.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
it's of course you love it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is how I would do it. This is how I envision it. And then you see somebody else's adaptation of that, and you're like, not what I would have done. Book is better.
yeah.
book is better. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Unless it's The Dirt, the book is better.
We don't read. This is a movie podcast,
Yeah.
and it's free.
I read recipes.
Yeah. I read subtitles. That's about it.
Yeah. Same.
Subtitles in movies.
Audiobooks. I
Mhm.
like them read to me like a child.
I listen to books.
Yeah. Straight up.
So yeah.
That's all I really had for this, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. This is whatever movie to me.
Didn't kick it off the right way. I don't think we kicked off spooky season.
Yeah. Well, it's
Like halfway through it, I wanted to text you and just be like, "So this is the movie we're doing?"
So
Just in terms of like how
What-
spooky it is, I thought it would be.
Okay, when's the last time you legit got scared by a movie though?
Mm,
When you were a child?
maybe The Strangers, because it's realistic.
Like, what is really scary? Well, like, what can we really like come up with something that's like legit? Like, ooh, we were scared.
It would have to be like an actual real thing that happened, which would be distasteful. So we couldn't do it.
Well,
Like we'd have to make
yeah.
a Golden State Killer movie, which would be so fucked up we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
But like,
He's so good.
I mean, even when we're watching horror movies, we're just looking at the execution of a horror movie, not the like. We're just looking at like how they did the jump scares, not like we were scared.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I thought it was gonna get eaten.
Yeah, like
yeah.
oh man, I had to keep my lights on at night. No.
Last time that
Spooktober.
happened to me, I watched From Dusk Till Dawn, but I was fucking like 12 or something.
Is it just like you were just haunted by Quentin Tarantino sucking her feet?
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh God!
it's
No,
Quentin.
it was the part where like
You wake up and Quentin's at the foot of your bed.
Just licking your feet.
it was a part
Like,
whenever
keep him under the covers.
everyone turns and like the band is playing like corpses as instruments. So it's like the guy that's playing guitar, it's like a torso. And I was
That's
like,
so cheesy.
Fuck! Like
Yeah.
that freaked me the fuck out.
And now you watch it, it's like super campy and
Oh, yeah.
funny.
it's
Dude,
funny now.
when I was like super little, I walked downstairs in the living room when they were watching Mission to Mars, which is not a great movie.
Mm.
But I walked down and they're like, "You can't watch this." And I'm like, I'm just gonna sneak.
Yeah.
And I saw some dude float into space and just get ripped apart by gravity or something, just dismembered or some shit. And I was just like, oh, thought it was real. Thought it was real.
Yeah.
Right.
Lost some sleep. I was like 5 or something.
Mission to Mars. Is
I
that
remember-
Val Kilmer?
I don't remember. I don't think
Okay.
so.
I remember watching Army of Darkness when I was like 5 or 6 or something.
Mm.
And the part where, like, looking back, I remember I rewatched this not too long ago, but there's a part where they're like in a hotel room and they keep getting a call from like a demon, and it's like, "I'm gonna kill you." It's so cheesy, but when I was little, I was like, "Oh my god."
The phone rings and you're like, "Don't answer."
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So, but I wanted 2 things to happen in this movie. Like, while like during like super serious like death scenes, I just wanted a lawnmower to come out, just like just some dude just like, "Oh shit, oh this is whoa, you guys don't look good at all."
Some guy in a tractor, he's like, "The fuck happened here?"
yeah, like can I help you guys?
Yeah.
Like, this is my fucking farm.
This is private property,
Some
assholes.
guy in a John Deere and the grass is like, fuck.
Yeah.
The movie just ends like it's a stand your ground law, and it's like turns out it was in Florida, and like that was the end of the movie. He just like, kills everyone.
Political statement.
yeah. Just like, wow, they took a sharp left turn
Yeah.
at the end
Yeah.
of it. Yeah, I wanted that to happen so badly. Just some dude just mowing the grass. He's like, "Oh, yeah, sorry about all this. It's been months. I've been real busy. It's a lot of acres. A lot of people quit on me. Got a couple of no-call, no-shows."
Been out of town. Went to Little St. James Island. Don't ask.
Nah.
It's some tall fucking grass. I mean, how does grass even get this tall? This is corn, isn't it? Does the grass get that tall?
It gets pretty tall. I've played Last of Us. It's pretty tall in there.
Oh, okay. To the point that it bends space and time.
Yes. It produces its own gravity.
Yeah. I also wanted one more thing to happen. I wanted Patrick Wilson, while he was killing somebody, to just turn and be like, "And now your ass is grass," and then explode the head.
That would have been good.
Ding.
And then my entire innards would have just come out of my body, like an Akira, out of your ass. The ground would have fallen from underneath me, and I'm just like we're watching this together, and I'm on the floor scooping my guts back in.
And you're like, "Chris, are you all right?"
I was like, it was just so funny. It was just so funny. That's it for that movie, I guess. Oh, hey, I want to say one more thing about the cell phone. You know how she called herself to warn herself?
And it's obviously herself.
Yeah.
And she's like, what was that?
What was the... Yeah, like, okay. First of all, you can't call your own phone. I know that's stupid to call realism in this shit. But also, like I just thought it would be such a better plot element to be like, it was someone else's phone. Like, it was Travis's phone.
Right.
Or her brother's phone. Like, because then she could have been like, you're calling me. And then he'd have been like, no, I'm not. My phone's right here. And then she answers, and it's her.
Yeah.
So like somehow later in the movie, she gets his cell phone, like because they break.
Gotta
whatever.
pump out these Stephen King stories, Chris. We don't have time
whatever.
for things that make sense.
Listen, I can look at a story and in hindsight say that this is what they should have done. Therefore, I'm a good writer.
Yes.
But that's okay. That's all I got. I just wanted that element of it to be more interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted this movie to be more interesting, to be honest with you.
Yeah, same.
More grass people. More grass people with voids for their face.
Yeah, that was the coolest part for
That
sure.
was sick.
More of that. But I mean, the budget probably. They're like, we can't do this a lot.
It was well executed overall. I mean, as far as for what it was, it wasn't like the most interesting thing, but I thought, like, as far as Stephen King movies go, decent. Speaking of Stephen King movies, you guys saw Gerald's Game, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Remember the fucking prologue at that?
The prologue of Gerald.
Sorry, not prologue, epilogue. The ending, the last 30 minutes that should not have been in the movie.
Yeah.
Not
I won't-
quite.
Spacey fucking.
I won't spoil anything,
Oh,
but there's a point
yeah.
where the movie should have ended and it would have been a really good movie. But then there's an extra 30 minutes where
Stephen
of
King
course,
takes over.
Stephen King goes back and explains a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks. Anyways.
Spooky DMT.
Ooh. Nice.
It's too spooky, actually. Can you change it?
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
Well, Shane, you want to kick us off?
I've got Boy, This Grass Sure Is Tall, the movie.
God.
I'm going to go with Big Black Rock.
Nice. The BBR.
I don't even want to say mine. That's it.
That's perfect.
Mine was just Your Ass is Grass.
Nice.
Ah.
Spooky, scary skeletons.
That was pretty good, but I was too spooked out. I'm sorry.
Wrong one.
Spooky, scary.
That's it.
That's it. The spooky
Get DMCA striked if we play the rest.
We can't afford the rest. We purchased that second.
Our whole channel gets deleted.
Scary.
Our whole channel got deleted because of that. That one
Scary.
That 1 second moment gets our whole channel deleted. Spooky, scary.
Sony's like, not so fast, motherfuckers.
Fucking damn it, copyright.
NBC cease and desist.
Yeah.
Fucking illegal. Spooky.
Illegal.
Fuck his.
What happened to What happened to There Are Too Many Movies? We played Spooky Scary
Yeah.
and got
We
deleted.
played a clip from Werewolf Bar Mitzvah and just got fucking canceled.
Ellen owns the rights to that song, so she just...
Oh god.
Have you seen there's an SNL skit with the elevators with Tom Hanks? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-mm.
That shit's hilarious. I don't care. You don't think it's funny, but
No.
whatever. That shit's hilarious. I'm gonna pull it up
The one with
after
Tom
this.
Hanks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
SNL's about to be good the next 2 weeks, guys.
What?
The next 2 weeks.
The next 2 weeks, Bill Burr.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Bill Burr's on SNL.
Yeah, I
Holy
texted
shit.
you that.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
That's fine. Bill Burr's hosting SNL. Yeah.
Holy shit.
You know,
That'll be sick. We want to play a game? Budget?
budget. And if they're
Spooky Scary.
Spooky, spooky, scary.
if there isn't a budget for this though, we got to do Metacritic score. We
Okay.
got to
Ugh.
do that if the budget isn't available. We
That-
can't
yeah,
just
we
Nice.
can't just-
yeah, dude,
yeah.
fuck this.
Yeah. It was funny for a while. that
Yeah.
It wasn't working, but now it's just a broken game.
yeah.
Like all right, whatever. All right, I'm going to go with 10 million for this movie.
3.
5.5.
It wouldn't make sense to me if they paid more than $5 million for this movie.
You said 5.5?
5.
What'd you say?
3.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just going to do something for editorial reasons. Shall we do budget for In the Tall Grass?
No.
There we go. Just set up the clip if there's a clip.
Yeah.
If this is funny enough. Alexa, what was the budget for In the Tall Grass?
Sorry, I'm not sure.
Alexa, what was the budget for In the Tall Grass?
Sorry, I don't know
It
that.
costs about
Alexa,
$30 to mow a yard.
What was the budget for the movie In the Tall Grass?
Here's something I found on the web. According to TheRareTooManyMovies, you're never going to get more than $5 million to make a movie.
What? What the fuck?
It's like according to a text message you sent in 1998. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
All right, let's do Metacritic score.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, I'll go 45.
I'm gonna go 55.
That's really close to what I wanted to do. Shit. Can I do 38?
Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
All right, 38.
Alexa, what was the Metacritic score for the movie In the Tall Grass? Seems more complicated.
I don't have Metacritic scores, but In the Tall Grass has an IMDb rating of 5.4 out of 10 based on 44,000 user votes.
Welcome to There Are Too Many Movies. 46%. So you
Oh, nice.
you won, right?
Good job.
Wilson wins.
I am connected to the people. I know what they think.
All right, actor game.
Yeah,
Oh,
Patrick
Christ.
motherfucking Wilson.
sure.
Wilson, how about you kick us off?
All right, In the Tall Grass.
I'm going to go with The Conjuring.
I'm gonna go with The Watchmen.
Hard Candy.
Yeah. Yes, he's great in that too.
Fucking
Okay.
love that movie.
Aquaman.
I'm out.
Curse of La Llorona? No. All right, I'm out. You have one?
You have to name one.
God damn it.
Alexa, what are some movies Patrick Wilson has been in?
I know about 73 Patrick Wilson movies including Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice,
Oh.
Prometheus,
It's a voice.
Watchmen, The Conjuring,
Prometheus.
Aquaman, and 68 more.
Okay, well,
Cool.
68 more.
Welcome
Welcome
to
to There Are Too-
fucking voice in Batman v Superman.
A voice?
Bullshit. Who's the president of the United States? They're like, hey, president, what do we do? He's like, bomb it. I don't know.
Bomb us.
And then he got $10,000 and
Yeah.
left. Wow, that's wild. I didn't even know that. Are you implying we're out of things to say?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
We watched In the Tall Grass for our first Spooktober movie. So
Listen,
Next
okay.
week, I have an idea, though. What if we do horror movie video game throwback?
No,
what do you mean? Is this just your
It's
way of
not-
trying to
we're-
get Doom?
it's a movie podcast.
What?
You mean
Oh, video game movie?
Yes.
like Alone in the Dark or Doom or something?
You just want to do Resident Evil, don't you?
Oh, well, we could do Resident Evil. Resident Evil or Silent Hill.
We'll figure it out.
Or Doom.
Tune in next week.
Silent